I think they calling for me. I hear them calling for me. I hear them calling. I hear them calling.
Hey, guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode here at the Higgins Fitness and More Show. It is Thursday, a little bit after 4 o'clock, and we are here again. I'm tired, of course, as usual. I'm gonna stop using that or saying that as an excuse because it's just life. It's just life, and I am happy to be able to do the things that I do. So. Um, it is truly a blessing and all that good stuff. We are here today at Listen Vision Studios, the number one studio, like number one. How cool is that? Number one studio, recording, internet, radio, and laying here. So we live here on Georgia Avenue, and excuse me for moving around so much right now. I am hurting. My legs are hurting. I've been setting myself some new goals in the gym, and it's I'm paying for it in a good way right now. Right, it's a busy day today. I came straight from training to brush up for hair and print some stuff out and come right on in. So I am a little bit out of it, but anyway. Also, too, I wanted to give a shout out to Spacey Cloud. They're a partner here. They come in and do some things, and their little clothing line here. I won the hat. Remember when the show was interrupted by the studio owner, and we did the drawing and everything here on the show? Well, I won the drawing like 2 weeks after that, so it was super cool. So today I have on my hat for that, and because I've been so busy, my head looks a hot mess. I really don't care, but I do care, but I don't care. I know those who know me know that it's normally cut, razor sharp, but we'll be back to that soon. I got to find some me time. That personal thing, that thing I talk about. Your mental, the things you got to do for yourself, the self-care and all that. I've been kind of lacking on that for a minute, but I'll get all that together soon. So don't be alarmed, right? But yeah, shout out to the hat and the people, Spacey Cloud, because I like the hat a lot. And I've been getting a lot of compliments on it too, so. Anyway. So I wanted to, today is the last Thursday that we'll have in this month, and we wanted to recognize another woman with living with heart disease, and unfortunately, because she is living with heart disease, her health prevents her from doing some of the things that she liked to do. So we want to send positive vibes to her and wish her well. This disease definitely affects many of us, many of our just the people that we hold dear to us. It's another reason, another area of health and reasons why we have to take care of ourselves so much. It's not just about us, but it's about our families and the people that we have in our lives also, right? So to mention that, I want to recognize a few people. One of my closest friends from Virginia State University, she doesn't know that I'm doing this today, but shout out to her, to Nina. She lives every day. She has a heart condition that she handles like a true champion. There are things that she has to do that honestly, if I had to do, I don't know what I don't know what I would do. I don't like getting my blood drawn, right? And so she has to go get tested, every so often. She has to be mindful of her blood levels and things of that nature. And, for anybody to have to live with that kind of alteration to your daily life has got to be a challenge, and so whenever something's going on with her, it affects us all, affects the whole circle. Speaking of the rest of the ladies that I attended Virginia State University with, it affects all of us. So shout out to her for just being a trooper and living with her disease or her condition. I love you, girl. Keep moving, all right? Thank you. And another one, too, for, like I said, it hits even closer to home as well too. I have an auntie who had two daughters, and she lost one to heart disease at like 22. So and she has another daughter who is a survivor who struggles with things and her condition in certain times in her life as well too. So shout out to my aunt Rosetta and Aaron, and rest in peace and all love to Cammie. All right. So these are lives that are still affected, by heart disease every day. All right. So we're gonna have to wrap that part up for this month, but never out of our thoughts, never out of our well wishes in their daily lives, and everyone who's affected by their daily life. Okay. And which is me too, because I need to see, these people. They are a part of mine. We communicate through video chats and all that good stuff. So if something were to, something that alters her life with this alters all of us, right? So I just encourage you guys to continue to take care of yourself, right? Eat right. Do all the things that you need to do, because it's bigger than just us, than just in the house, right? So enough of that today. I felt all mushy and stuff, and I don't want to feel that today. All right. So I'm just saying, what's up, guys? I see y'all watching. Keep on watching, all right? So thanks for joining us. We appreciate all the love. Sometimes, you know what? I think that I've underestimated not kind of what I do here, but yeah, I guess kind of I have estimated what I do here. But I've been receiving a lot of love as I cross paths with different people, and it's feeling amazing. Not that, I do it for the accolades or for the likes, as everybody says now, but just to know that someone is listening and that their lives are improving in some way, shape, or form from it. That's what it's all about, and that's what's important to me, right? So yeah, anyway. So today we do have some information about a certain topic, and I'm probably going to get it when I get home for doing this topic on cereal as we go into our nutrition. Well, when we go into our nutrition, I don't want to do that quite yet because that's a bunch of info. I'm going to kind of chill on out a little bit more, right? So actually what I'm going to do now is tell you guys a little story, right? So about, a couple weeks ago, I had a friend of mine, group of ladies I used to hang out with in Baltimore. Not saying that I used to, like I don't anymore. I just haven't had time. Well, none of us have had time, but anyway. And life is just life. So, but we used to hang out very often. This was a few years. This was probably, this picture was probably, I want to say 4 to 5 years ago. And at this point, in my life, I had lost the 120 pounds, but I had gained back about 40 or 50 pounds. Let's see that picture, Jay. If you got it back there. The one of the friends, yeah, this one. So in this picture, and I've posted it before, in this picture, there I'm standing up in a light color shirt, and yeah, there's a close up of me, right? So at this particular moment, I am like the first time that I've gained weight back since I had ever lost weight, right? So I had no idea that that's what I was looking like at that particular moment, right? So for me, when I saw this picture, I was like, oh my gosh, like, damn. But at the same time, I knew what was going on, right? So at this time, I gained the weight back because I was sick. I was actually going through I gained the weight back because I actually had fibroids and I had a cyst on my ovaries. And what happened was I had really, really bad cycles to the point where I had FMLA for jobs. I had, I was on all kind of painkillers and things of that nature. I wasn't able to live a healthy lifestyle. I couldn't keep food down for like 2 weeks at a time sometime, and So this messed up my metabolism because then when I could eat, I was like, yeah, I could eat. Let's eat, right? So it was like, throwing my body completely out of whack. I wasn't able to maintain a consistent workout at all because of the pain and the discomfort. The loss, man, the loss of the blood level was crazy. We're not gonna get all into that, but I don't want to gross nobody out. But it was horrible. It was so it drained me. It took my energy, all of that, you name it. And so I didn't realize what that looked like. When I saw that picture, it put it into perspective for me of where it went back to and kind of like just where I was at that point. And so it came to a point where I had to beg my doctor. I was like, this isn't living. Like, I'm not living life at all. So I was, after having to be rushed to the ER, my auntie came and rescued me one time. I was blacking out. I was in so much pain. Shout out to Aunt Peggy for that. I'll never forget that day at all. Being on like little drips, all that pain medicines, I forget their names. Some of them, it was crazy. I know I had a morphine drip at one point too. So that's just how bad the pain was and how I was living. So after that, moral of that story is after the surgery, I kept going. I'm still going. Even though I was upset about having gained that 50 pounds of that 120 back, it didn't stop me. Okay, so I figured like, okay, now that I have this out the way, I have a second chance or another chance. And I was going to take full advantage of it, right? So that's what I did. I started my plan from scratch over. I said, okay, I've got to I got to start with some flexibility. I got to regain some strength because that's what that did. It took a lot of my strength away. It took everything out of me and left me with a mess. But so I got it back together. And I continued on. I started a strength training program. I focused on movement patterns and things of that nature. So that's where we are with that now. And now I'm able to train others and to help them, set their fitness goals and get on their right path. And that is freaking amazing. That's freaking awesome for me. It's a good feeling. To know that it's not just about me, but it's about everybody else too. So it's cool, man. And I got my clients are making some progress, and I didn't get total permission from all of them to share some of their stuff here, so we'll share it next week so you guys can see. But it's an awesome feeling to have to be a part of as a whole. So, from that picture, to show that before and after again, Jay, if you can bring it back up. From that picture to what you have today, because that picture was like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, something like that. So, yeah. So, sometimes we have setbacks in life. The thing is to just keep going, to keep pushing and all that good stuff, right? Like, it's not just a cliche. It's like for real. Like, if you really just keep pushing, like sometimes, it's like the night says, just do it. Like, really, just freaking do it. All that huffing and puffing and all the shit we talk and excuses we give on why we haven't done something, it's just what it is, excuses, okay? So go do something. Just do it. Well, don't do it yet. Just give yourself a couple minutes. Like, finish watching the show first, all right? I see you, Jeff. I see you, JJ. All right, y'all. So we're going to move right along. I wanted to share that moment with you guys to let y'all know, again, it's not just about me, but more so because I still have my moments. You know what I mean? Like, things still come to my memory, like, what the hell was that about? Or, dang, was that me for real? Because sometimes I see the progress, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I feel it, sometimes I don't. So what I'm saying is sometimes you got to check yourself as well, all right? It's going to be all right, and keep moving. That is the key, all right? So Now, I'm going to come to you actually before we get into the new nutrition and the cereals that are toxic and that are in all of our homes and that we love so much and that I grew up on, you know, they all tie together, okay? So we're going to get into that today, a little bit after the song of the day, all right? So today I had to go back again. I'm still feeling them yams. So we're going to give a shout out to Gyro King Hustle and the Hustle Tactic Entertainment family. And we're going to enjoy a little music video, and then we are going to come back with cereals, toxic cereals. All right, y'all? All right.
Hello?
What up? You ready to go get rid of these yams?
Hell yeah, boy. You know I'm ready to get out on the block and get rid of these yams.
Yams, I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. I got yams. I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. Flipping all the zeros and commas. I got yams. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams. 20-year pop up and down the block, nigga from the copper, whole ham. Ready? Project living, something like Thanksgiving, nigga spray good food like Spain. Been get money, nigga flipping that money, everybody know who I am. That's me. Skills acrobatic, money automatic, looking at the bands like damn. Racks, stick it in jam. Operation ran back the fam. If they don't know your tax on the yam, pay down check for Mike's over cam. I ain't with bullshit, nigga full click, cock loaded, nigga quit to go bam. Cash out town, hit us up, American nigga get right back on the road and scram. Get your dough, damn. Flip the dro, damn. Girl love the boy, damn. Some move and blow, damn. Every time a nigga break it down, 28, nigga, I'm getting more, damn. Don't fuck with my biz, but shots like G's, don't play with my dough, nigga, damn. Dams, I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. I got yams. I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. Flipping all the zeros and commas. I got yams. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams. Come on, heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams.
Yams, but I ain't moving no bricks. Stay finessing that zip. 2 for 40, nigga, I'm hit. My loud pack so legit. When you smell it, it'll make you sick. No short changing my flip. Fuck with real niggas, that's it. Grab a whole thing and get swole on them. Like I be busting them lips. Don't fuck with niggas that snitch. Be talking loud on that ish. While his homie sitting down for 10 years, he a city trip with his bitch. What the fuck wrong with that shit? No sucker niggas over here, nigga. Fuck around and get your ass split. Don't fuck with me and my grit. My family first and that's it. I done came up off of them yams, niggas, so you know I'm looking kinda sick. Pockets looking kinda bulge. Walking out, I'm kinda ballsy. Look at them yams in the car seat.
Yams, I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. I got yams. I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. Flipping all the zeros and commas. I got yams. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams. Yams over here, yams over there, yams everywhere. Get money. 20 B pop, quarter kick block, run spot, race, sleep sunny. Ain't no breaks in this cake. Nigga stay this state for the money. No matter if it's show or shows for the money. Get back squad, gon' trap it out for me. Yams, I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. I got yams. I'm beastin' on the corner. I'm beastin' on the corner. Flipping all the zeros and commas. I got yams. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams. Heads, hoes, and quotas. Go ahead and make your order. This shit here from across the border. I got yams.
Jay just made a funny joke. Y'all missed it. It wasn't really a joke. It was an observation. But anyway. It is so hot in here right now. Burning up. Are we back? We are back. And we are back from commercial break. It is like, yeah, thank you. A lovely person in our studio audience just gave us a fan because it is like burning up here in the studio like so much. I'm sitting here like it's hot and I'm already like feeling weird and I'm tired because I've been running all day. So it's like, say what you got to say and roll out so you can go home. But I'm not going to do you guys like that because I love you guys too much. And I need you guys to get this information, right? So I know sometimes it's hard hearing the facts and hearing what exactly is going on and what we are really eating, right? So, but knowledge is power. And if we know it, we got to do something else about it, right? So part of the reason why I did this show, I'm not going to lie, cereal boxes have been popping up closer to me lately, and I want you guys to realize that this is what we feed our kids. I know it's how we grew up. I grew up the same way, but it has affected my health also. There's no reason, we do themes to these shows, and so me sharing that story, like, there's no way I should have been 32 years old and needing a hysterectomy. But the foods we ingest, I grew up with cereals and dairies and everything, every chemical that the FDA approves, right? That's in our food. So, that's a real situation. That's a real situation, and it is something that altered my life for many years. So, don't take the information lightly. It's basically what I'm trying to say here, okay? And it's hot, so bear with me as I go through this, okay? So, what we're going to do here, you guys know when I research and I find this information, I got to share it, right? So, and guess what? It's out there for you to share as well. It's out there for you to research on your own. Go ahead and Google cereals, or if cereals are good for you, or Google your favorite cereal and tell me what you think, okay? So tell me what you come up with, okay? So toxic, I'm going to read you guys a few toxic ingredients that are in cereals first, okay? So we're going to take it there first. Toxic ingredients. Listen to the first toxic ingredient that is listed. The first one. Toxic ingredient. I keep saying that for a reason. Toxic ingredient. The first one is sugar. Sugar. Sugar's a toxic ingredient? But I would put that shit on everything. Yeah, it's a toxic ingredient. Sugar. Right? Now, we're not talking about cane sugar. We're not talking about the natural form. We are talking about sugar, which is also high fructose corn syrup. It's also what it's called. Sugar, high fructose corn syrup. It's in everything, okay? But yes, it's in our cereals as well, okay? GMOs. Next, GMOs are also in our cereals. Most conventional cereals contain sugar and corn made from GMOs because high fructose corn syrup is a GMO. It is genetically modified. That's what makes it bad. Anything genetically modified is horrible. All right? So the next one, hydrogenated oil, right? So hydrogenated oils, remember when we talked about fats, and we were talking about the types of oils that weren't healthy for you and why and things of that nature. And we were talking about the hydrogenated oil, which is basically, kind of how they have reheated carbohydrates and stuff like that, and made this basically man-made form of fat, which is then the trans fat. So yeah, that's what that comes out to be, right? Trans fat. So there's trans fat in cereals. So we got sugar, GMOs, hydrogenated oils. Do you guys see a compare or some similarities in the first three toxic ingredients? I do. So to me, they're all, one, genetically modified toxins. All three are genetically modified. All three contain high fructose corn syrup, just in different forms. Okay? So these are the ingredients that are in our cereals, kid cereals. Adult cereals too, man. My niece and I used to take big old, we used to take the Tupperware bowls, screw a regular bowl. We used to take the Tupperware bowls and eat cereal with it, like straight up, okay? So BHA. BHA is an additive, okay? It has been linked to cancer in some studies. The National Institute of Health and National Toxicology programs says it is reasonable antiseptic to the human body, right? So basically, they're low enough levels to be safe for consumption. So just low enough. So that's like saying that's like the food isn't dirty. It just had a little dirt on it. Like I just dropped it on the floor. It's not dirty. I just dropped it on a dirty floor. You know what I mean? Like, come on. So it again, it's an additive. So it's again another man-made toxin. Okay. Here's another one for you. Here we go. I didn't want to read. Some of them I'm not reading because it's like too detailed. I don't want to go too heavy with you guys today. I want you to kind of just get the idea. You know what I mean? So then we have like like the natural flavoring. When they say it's natural flavoring, right? It's not really natural flavoring most of the time. But the artificial flavoring as well. These things affect the blood sugar levels, right? So, and it says also here, so if your child has diabetes, please be aware of that. Because it affects the food tolerance, like you think. It also has been reported to have affected or been linked between headaches and irritability. Right? So again, remember we talked about what we eat and the carbs and the things like that affect and how we nourish our body. So if we're eating the artificial things like all of these chemicals here and all these toxins, that these are affecting the way our body, our cell membranes build, and it also affects the way we think and the way we act. Right? So those are two very important things. So again, if we're putting these toxics in our, like, you're eating cereal and then you're going to school and we're wondering why the kids acting up the way they are sometimes. These things affect all of that, right? So again, you got all this stuff here, okay? You got all this stuff here. Now, you also have, the last one I'm going to read to you guys right here is the BHT, which is found in many cereals, okay? And U.S. law says, or they also call it GRAS, G-R-A-S, which is generally recognized as secret chemicals added to food in the U.S. Did you hear that? Like, generally recognized as secret chemicals added to food. Ain't that some shit? Like, for real. Like, come on. But that's what it is. I'm sorry. Is my mic down?
Yeah, no, I just have something to add. Just a quick anecdote that might be interesting to you. So,
come on.
My name is Jacob. I'm the engineer.
Yeah, Jacob.
When I was a child, my mom always fed me really, really healthily. Mm-hmm. Right, I would have like whole wheat and sprout sandwiches for lunch usually.
Yeah.
Whatever. And my mom always tells me that I had 4 major temper tantrums in my whole childhood.
Really?
And they all happened after having sugar and processed food. So one of them happened directly after eating Trix cereal.
Shut
And
up.
I went over to a friend's house and they gave me some tricks, and I had like a full like breakdown.
Oh my gosh, tricks is on my list too. So I'll come. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And the other three were after chicken McNuggets from McDonald's, from SpaghettiOs, and from Lunchables.
Shut the front door. Are you serious? All four processed, like highly processed. Those meats too, and the Lunchables. Damn. Like, are you serious? Like, how
Yeah.
on? Like, I know he's serious because I mean, I get it, but wow. So all four, and she can directly relate them to.
Yeah, I was a pretty well behaved kid, and I also ate very healthy. And
See?
within the next 2 hours, I had those temper tantrums over basically nothing.
Damn. See, it's not just me, man. I'm telling y'all, this shit is real, right? Like, this is really real. I know you guys heard that too. This is crazy real. Thank you for sharing that too. Like, that's all. Like, it proves my point. Like, this is real. Like, I'm not just making this crap up. Like, for real. And it's all in our schools. Kid cereals, free lunches, and the cereals. Like, come on. Like, fruits and vegetables, things that we need to, again, affects the way we think and the way we act. Y'all heard it first. There's a live witness right here in the studio. I'm telling you. And it's so funny that, like you said, Tricks, and Tricks is on my list because, so then what the study did too, it put the most toxic cereals together, right? And so it tells what exactly, the chemical base, the most toxic that's in it from, and some of them are from the list I just read here. But since you said Tricks, I definitely got to lead with that one. So the Tricks by General Mills has sugars, it has the corn syrup, it has the BHT, again, which I just read there. It also has trisodium phosphate, artificial dyes, including red number 40. 10 grams of sugar per serving at least. Crazy. And that is literally what I just read and literally what Jacob just shared with us. Trick cereal. Living proof. Like, hot damn, that was so on time. Like, man. See, this is what I'm saying. I like start researching this stuff and it's like, it happens. It happens to us all. Like, so we grew up on this stuff, right? Like, so Fruit Loops, right? Fruit Loops for me, we had those pretty much in our house, like growing up, definitely. So that has the sugar, the hydrogenated oil, par vegetable oil, modified food starch, damn, and artificial dyes, including red number 40. And the Fruit Loops with marshmallows having extra chemicals as well, definitely because of the marshmallows. So right, so like this is crazy. Corn Pops. My mom used to love Corn Pops. That's sugar. That's molasses. That's hydrogenated oils again. Right, same thing. Apple Jacks and. Wait, Apple Jacks. That's got like a long list too. Let's see here. Apple Jacks, sugar. Partly and fully hydrogenated vegetable oil, modified food starch, modified cornstarch, and artificial dyes, including red number 40, and BHTs. Right? I'm gonna tell you one. Ooh, the one that's on here too. One for me, which was like once I started to actually, is that? Oh, both of them are on here. I had two cereals, so when I started losing weight, right, like I started cutting certain foods out, and cereal was one of them. But every now and then, I would go back. I would just get a craving, and then I go and buy me a little box of cereal, not the big box, but a little box. And two of the ones that I did were Fruity Pebbles and Lucky Charms, right, and so. Because I had cleansed myself of so much of the toxic foods, my system reacted differently, right? So Fruity Pebbles, so with Lucky Charms has the sugar, the corn syrup, the dextrose, the modified corn starch, the trisodium phosphate, the dyes, red dye number 40, artificial flavors, and high sugar content, right? So all of that. Let me tell you, when I would eat the Lucky Charms, it sent me to the bathroom immediately, and it was like a color I've never seen before. Like me, I might be sharing too much with you guys, but I mean, I'm just letting y'all know. Like straight up, it was like neon orange, like neon green. I was like, what in the hell is going on? So it made me really wonder what the hell was in it. So then I looked and saw, and of course, that's all I needed to do. I haven't had Lucky Charms since. And, you know, to be honest, I didn't just stop right away. I let it happen like 2 or 3 times because I thought maybe that first time was a fluke. So, anyway, yeah, it affected us. It affects us, all right? I don't even have to prove my point at all after Jacob just shared that information. That just shut it down. That proved my point hands down, right? For real, okay? But, you know, Lucky Charms, like I said, tricks, the Captain Crunch, the Frankenberries, the Count Chocula, the blueberries, the all-berry mix, all of that, sugar, dextrose, high fructose corn syrup, modified cornstarch, canola oil, BHT, trisodium phosphate, artificial colors, artificial dyes, artificial flavors, red dye number 40. We already said tricks. The Fruity Pebbles, same thing. Much of the rest of them, the same thing. Golden Crisp, same thing. Golden Crisp also has the caramel color, so that's a whole nother chemical that is into the cereal. So these are all the things that we are feeding our kids. These cereals here: Fruity Pebbles, Lucky Charms, Corn Pops, Apple Jacks, Honey Smacks, all of it. I just named off. I know I'm killing y'all. Well, not having this information is what's killing y'all. I know I'm hurting y'all with the truth right now, but I'd rather hurt y'all with the truth than allow you guys to continue to kill yourselves and get our kids off to a rough start by doing something that we think is quick and easy, when in fact, unfortunately, cereals weren't made for us to thrive off of. Cereals were made for companies to make money, unfortunately. So with that being said, no, but on the real, that's what our nutrition is today. So healthier alternatives, fruits, vegetables. How can I say it enough? Like, it's ridiculous. Sprouts, seeds, nuts, all of that. There are vegan breads out there. There's breads that aren't made with animal product that you can try out. Please try them. I encourage you. They're still actually they're still very tasty, actually. And so we do have, like, I know that I was supposed to start the the grow with with our guest from last week with the quick box, the Hardy Micros, but we'll start that this week. I for sure you, I will start that this week so we can start seeing how that process is. So that'll be something coming up that we'll share. But you know, like, we're so busy, and I know it's like, how do we still eat healthy? Busy, right? So quick meal that we do at home is we take a grilled cheese and make it like all kind of stuff. This week we did the vegan bread. Is the sweet bread by I think it's by Killer Mike's or something. We did with the Daya cheese and avocado slices, and so we just real simple, real quick. Took some oil, put it in a pan. You know, put a healthy twist on a grilled cheese sandwich, and put the pictures are showing up there. If you're watching from Listen Vision Live, yep, empty pan. There you go. No, but I don't think we didn't have any pictures of the finished product. It was all, you know, cheese melted and brown and everything. But you get the idea. Just take the bread. Oils are healthy. The healthier oils, avocado, full of awesome healthy fats. And good stuff for you. So, and still with the vegan cheese, the diet cheese, it's awesome. quick meals that you can have. That took no time. That took like less than 10 minutes. Like, so again, I don't want to hear the excuses. And if you go to Aldi, their avocados are always, like, for the most part, on sale. Catch them when they're on sale, and I don't want to hear any excuses. I mean, eat them when they're on sale. Come on, you can do anything with them too. Like, also, I mean, take that and I make guacamole with all the time, and then I just put that on a sandwich on a quick go, or with the vegan chips and all that good stuff we use. It's awesome. So there's still healthy alternatives to everything. All right, and we'll get some breakfast alternatives too coming up soon, so we can replace the cereals. Okay. And then we'll start getting into after the grow. So the grow takes about 7 to 14 days for some of the stuff. So then in the next couple weeks, we will see the what meals we come up with that. And that's going to be super awesome. I can't wait. I'm very, very excited about that. And he gave me 2 boxes. On the show, he gave me 1, but he gave me the second one after the show. I was just, super excited, right? Because, I like to win stuff or, anyway. So we have that coming up. We also, in the month of March 1st is actually next Thursday. So we'll be here next Thursday. I will be starting my last little, I guess, transformation series. I will be documenting with you guys and sharing live with you guys my not last 90 days, but this 90 days of this cycle, through my fitness journey, through my workouts, my meals, my struggling moments, my good stuff, my bad stuff. So you'll see it all. So stay tuned for that, because I think that'll be cool. I never share my workouts just because I'm selfish like that. They're my workouts. And actually sometimes I've seen people copy them and I didn't like that because they didn't pay for it. That's just how I feel about it. But anyway, I'm joking, kind of, but not really, So anyway, we'll have that to look forward to coming up soon and start next week. So stay tuned for that. More meals coming up with the hearty micro herbs, and info about that and the quick rolling links for that will be next week when we start to see the products taking place and growing. So stay tuned for that next week. And I think that's just wrapping that up for the day. Cereal, stop it. Leave them alone, okay? I'm throwing them out when I get home. Well, yeah, I'm going to throw them out when I get home. I'm bold enough to say it and actually do it. And if y'all don't believe me, I might record me throwing it out too, because I'm bold like that. Even though she just bought them like the other day, I'm still throwing them out. I'm not. We got plans, and they don't include these toxic chemicals that we as Americans have come to, eat as habit. We're not doing this anymore. We know better now, so we'll do better. And I think the information that I just gave helps present my case. So there's a little method to my madness today with the nutrition part. But anyway, and I know I just put her all out there, but it's because I care and because I can. So, all right, y'all. Next week we have updates on the grow. We have first taping or first video of the 90-day workout sessions that you guys can follow. Ooh, I also have some good information too for workouts coming that are not in this area. I have a better way to service you guys. I've been trying to work this out, and I think I got something now that that I can put forth and offer you guys. Okay, so stay tuned for that information also. All right, and if you're still looking for a trainer, you're in the area or you're not in the area, go ahead and you can hit any of my links through Facebook or through Instagram, through the show. Just let us know. Let me know, and we'll get back to you. All right. So peace, y'all. I see y'all next week. Have a good one. I'm out.
fresh, break down. Everybody know what I'm trying to do now. Hold it down for my hometown. Profound when it comes to doing me because I do it easily and it pleases me. How? So focused, mind open. Behold, I'm in with a motive, soaking in a depth of my own ocean, hoping that the whole world gets the notion. I've been waiting for this minute for a minute now.